They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. To throw is Wilson. That's caught by his tight end, Gerald Everett. And he is going to have a Seahawks 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I know at the end of games, coaches always tell us that no one play won or lost a game. But this seems pretty important early, doesn't it? Their ability to pick up that 1st down on 3rd down, I thought that was key.
Well, you're already in the hole after the touchdown on the other side. How will you respond? We talk about that a lot, and they responded pretty well there. You go 3 and out, I think you give up a lot of momentum. You get down 2 scores, could be an entirely different game.
So they've got a nice drive going now. They're in good shape. What's interesting to me is they're also in that spot of the field where you would take a shot. Do you change that up just because you're...
There he goes, right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Chris Carson, 56 yards. And the Seahawks just an extra point away from tying this thing up.
The CD, I mean, there are touchdown runs, and then there are touchdown runs, and that one certainly fell into the latter category. Now, that deserves a couple exclamation points.
I think defensively, when you look at a play like that, that's when everyone looks at their teammates and start shaking their heads a little bit, because now you're wondering, what are we in for? Worked all week to try and limit the big play ability that he possesses, and he winds up taking one to the house in the very first quarter. That was a tremendous run.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Good drive last time. Really effective passing the football. Do you maybe mix it up, now go to the ground game and surprise the defense a little bit?
I would anticipate the defense making some changes, but I wouldn't necessarily just absolutely go in the opposite direction. They're doing so well throwing the ball.
Yeah, why
I wouldn't change it up until they showed me a reason to do so.
They go play action with Jackson. Going deep here for Watkins. It got his man complete. And he is down deep into Seattle territory.
Well, for all the deserved accolades Lamar Jackson gets for his running prowess, you know, his deep ball, it's really a thing to behold as well.
And I'm really not sure what was more impressive about that throw. Was it the distance traveled or the accuracy involved? Because I'm going to tell you straight up, when you're trying to hit a guy in stride that far downfield, there's nothing easy about it. But he sure made it look easy there.
And the next-gen stats, they tell the story. That's a full 67 yards in the air.
Throwing now, Jackson on 1st down.
Ooh, he's running.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, a 10-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have taken the lead. Now Tucker to add the PAT. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And bulldozing his way through. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle.
So there, Charles, I mean, a situation where it didn't matter how far he had to run, he was not going to be denied, and he winds up taking this all the way to the end zone.
And the thing that stood out to me was his ability to continue through the initial contact. How many times do we see runners get slowed up and not get what they can on a run because of that first contact? But he kept the compass pointing in the right direction, kept the legs churning, and turned this into a huge play.
And he covered a lot of ground on that one, as evidenced by the final total there on Next Gen Stats. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone. And no alley to be found. The coverage was solid, and he's dropped at the 18. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides of this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. On first down, Murray. And hard running's going to get him over the 40 to the 42. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Jackson. He's going to look deep for Watkins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down.
There is something to a game plan with trying to keep a defense honest. And with a guy with that type of speed, you do so. Send him deep. Try and throw some air under it and hope you connect downfield. On that play, they run successful.
He will have the first down as he's brought down up near midfield. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. 2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. This is Bell on the dump off. 3 yards the gain there, second down. Play action, it's Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on second down. Now a pass hauled in downfield. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. They'll run the counter with Murray. He will push his way down to about the 14. Vision and speed, 2 of the attributes that you might say are important for a free safety, and we saw both in evidence there. Sliding out of the pocket. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Jackson going to throw quickly here, complete. Touchdown! Devin Duvernay. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Ravens have broken the tie. So simple math here in the first half. They've had 3 drives offensively, and they have scored every time, and they've got the lead.
Well, whenever we talk about adjustments, we usually talk about an offense making adjustments, right? This is all about the defense. They've got to figure out some way, somehow to slow them down. Do they blitz a little bit more? Do they play more zone coverage? Right now, they don't know where to go because they're hitting them in every direction.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead is now 21-14. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And it'll be a touchback as Tyler Lockett says, I'm not going to return this one.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. And he's brought down. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Here's 2nd and 10.
To throw again is Wilson. He's got his man. That's Everett, the tight end. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped. Here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. He'll wind up with positive yardage. It's a gain of 3, but now it's 3rd down. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. 10 yards on the touchdown pass. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. Myers connects on the PAT. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away.
Devin Duvernay now returning from the end zone.
The Ravens take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
And they've got less than 30 seconds to go here, so not a lot of time to work with.
He's going deep for Brown. He's got a man complete. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
first and 10.
So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for first and 10. Jackson. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And the Seahawks will take over here just shy of the 30. Well, he's certainly not been afraid to take some chances downfield. Now, look, it's paid off for him a couple of times. That time, not so fortunate.
And that's where I want to start, what you said. It's paid off a couple of times. So his aggressiveness has been good for his offense for the most part. So he throws an interception there. No one likes that, but I would not rein him back in. The return on investment thus far has been pretty good. 2 touchdowns to 1 interception.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And we'll see what they opt to do with just 14 seconds remaining until intermission. After the interception, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. And that's caught inside the 35. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. It's a tie football game here. What do you think, Charles, the message was at halftime?
Well, I think that they probably just looked at things and said, we're fortunate that this is a tie game. No need to panic, no need to change a whole lot. We didn't play anything close to our best in the first half, so we don't have to go out and win one for the Gipper. Let's just go out and play our best football and win one for us.
On first down, Wilson. Forced out to his left. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
How about a tip of the cap to the defense? They're working against a very mobile quarterback, but all day long they've kept him under wraps. And on that play, they held him to a short gain.
On second down, it's Carson. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. Wilson after the play fake to Carson. Rolling to his right, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Like the footwork back there, I thought he did a pretty good job of evading that first wave of players. Tried to buy a little extra time out of the pocket, but in the end, oh, that was a tough one.
Yeah, winds up getting buried for the loss. So 4th and 15, but the offense is staying out there to go for it. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Steps away. Working the middle here. That's complete to Everett, the tight end. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. Now it's Carson.
And this will be a Seahawks first down as good running gets him to about the 44.
We don't talk about it very often, but sometimes there's a dip in intensity when you start the second half, which can manifest itself in some sloppy tackling. And how about right there? He ran right through that weak tackle attempt.
This is Carson. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30.
154 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. That's a 12-yard gain now on back-to-back plays.
I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
Be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15. Now a give right side. Carson. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively. You don't see that a ton, do you? The cornerback coming over to the middle of the field to make a run tackle.
That's someone with a ton of confidence to feel like nothing is pressuring him on his side of the field. Sees that the ball's moved to the middle and just sprints over there to help out. He ends up getting the tackle. Well played.
Still 15 yards to go, 2nd down.
Now they'll throw it with Wilson. Buying time to his left. Over the middle, that's caught by Metcalf. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That was the 9th play of the drive, and they pick up 9 yards with it. And the Seahawks on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. And this will be caught by Metcalf for a Seahawk touchdown. DK Metcalf there to make the grab. And the Seahawks are going to take the lead. Extra point up and through by Myers. And they will take a 7-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here.
And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. A good gain on first has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29.
It's 2nd and inches at the 35-yard line.
Again, it's Murray.
42 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point.
I tell you, they didn't give it to him much for the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Yeah, not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Now a first down carry by Bell.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. Here's 2nd and 9. Now Jackson. He'll check it down to Bell. Give him 2 yards on that play, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
I know it was a gain, but you have to sense probably a little bit of disappointment there, because when it's out there in open space, I think they expect to get more out of a play, don't you?
Especially when you're getting it to your guy out of the backfield. You're expecting him to be able to create something, be a little more shifty.
Yeah, no doubt about it. Good.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2, taken down behind the line.
Jordan Brooks able to get him down behind the line of scrimmage, and it will be 4th down.
Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. Eluding the pressure right.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining.
So it's Seahawk football as we march toward a conclusion. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. They'll run on 1st down. It's Carson, and he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
At the Ravens' 40-yard line.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7.
Option play, and Wilson's going to run with it.
It's going to be a gain of 6 on the keeper. The NFL is on EA Sports, and we're at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, Florida. With the echoes of cannon blast still ringing in our ears from the north end zone, the Bucs were introduced a moment ago, and they are all set as their guys will do battle with the Seattle Seahawks. Two teams that came into the NFL together back in 1976. The Seahawks and Bucs are underway.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And an early how do you do right there as they're going to bury him in the backfield. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down. Okay, there's a tone setter. First play from scrimmage. Stuff him in the backfield.
You know what they were doing last night in the hotel room? Visualizing exactly that. That's what they were thinking about. Making that play, having leverage, lower than the offensive lineman, getting into the offensive backfield, knocking someone down. Just what you said, setting the tone early for this game.
Jeez, you are fired up.
When I see a play like that, I can't help it.
Fournette once more on second down.
4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
But you got to give kudos to your offensive line and the guy carrying the ball because they were in a 2nd and long situation. It seemed pretty dire, but they brought it back to 3rd and manageable with that run.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7.
Back to you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Here we go, D, get off the field.
Brady. It's caught by Mike Evans. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Brady. Man open left side is Brown. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, speed is definitely a calling card if you play cornerback in this league, and he does a terrific job there of hustling in quickly to make the play.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing, and that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he could make anything happen.
He'll set up the screen to Fournette. A good job defensively to hold that to 4 yards, and now it's 3rd down. I don't think it's a surprise they're throwing the football early. We expected that. They told us they were going to come out firing, but 4 for 4 on the opening drive. They like that.
They don't just like it, they love it, because now everyone gets locked in. Your confidence jumps up. Everyone's easy about what they're doing out there. And by the way, they're looking at the sideline thinking to themselves and expressing, let's keep throwing it. We're doing pretty well.
14 yards there and a Buccaneer first down.
Right here. 56. Mike, 56.
Here's Brady. And that incompletion breaks a string of 5 straight connections. And it's 2nd down.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Got a man, it's Brown. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. And he's already got 2 catches on the opening drive. They know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
The offense staying out. They're going to go on 4th and 2. Brady to throw for it on 4th down. Flushed out right. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with the football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. Bruce Arians takes a shot there, but his guys come up empty. And this defense holds firm here on the opening drive of the night. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Antoine. Winfield up from the secondary with a tackle. Seahawk football here to start quarter number 2. We're scoreless after 1. Second and 8. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
They need to get to the 29 if they want to pick up a first here on 3rd down. A first throw for the backup, Wilson. That's complete to DK Metcalf. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. They go play action now. Wilson. They'll roll him out right. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete. And there we saw rolling right out of the pocket. Maybe his momentum taking him toward that sideline led him a little too far.
Yeah, that is difficult, isn't it? Plus, you're closing down your space, right? You're shortening the field for your receivers. And their inclination is to go towards the sidelines as fast as the quarterback is as well. Hard for them to throttle down to leave themselves with enough room to stay in bounds and catch the ball.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. From the shotgun, Wilson. Out left, he's got it to Everett. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. 23 yards, the final tally. They run it with Carson. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Throwing is Wilson. Touchdown, Seahawks. Wilson connects with Tyler Lockett, and they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself, no reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, Buccaneers 0.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned it to 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. The Bucs on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Throwing now is Brady. Dumps it off to Fournette. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw taken in by Evans here.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Brady again. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Sidney Jones. And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line.
Brandon, this is a veteran quarterback back there. He should know better than to make a throw like this. This is definitely not his best ball. And I think he knew this was trouble the second it was leaving his hand.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. They'll be looking to duplicate that first drive, the one that got them that 7-0 lead.
Of course they would. I mean, look, they're on the road. So getting the 7-0 lead was huge for them, right? Imagine getting up 2 touchdowns on the road, taking the crowd out of the game. It'd be ideal.
Dancing to his left. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. Now the Seahawks call the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. "30-yard line, 2nd and 12. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson. Flush to his right. And he rifles one incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
On third down, Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he tries to get it to Metcalf, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Jordan Whitehead. And it's a pick six. He brings it back to the house for a Buccaneer TD. Well, you don't want to coach him, Charles, to stay in the pocket on every play, but I guess that's the danger of getting outside of the pocket, extending a play, and making a bad throw. Turns into 6 points the other way.
Yeah, sometimes when you get outside the pocket, your vision actually gets obscured a little bit, or you narrow it down too much, and you don't see all the defenders in the area.
So I'll leave it at 7 now as they kick it away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Now a hit and a loose football. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secure. And a lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not.
And he's got it. What a catch on the sideline. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. They give him a gain of 38.
But they didn't ease into that drive right out of the turnover. They go for the big shot downfield and hit it. A lot of teams have that opportunity, but not every coach is going to green light that type of a play call. I love their aggressiveness.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They go play action with Wilson. He'll buy some time right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And that one results in 35 yards. Now, we know this offense has the potential to strike quickly, and they just bit off 2 huge plays on back-to-back snaps.
So on the other side of the ball, you've got to go Band of Brothers thought process. No one left behind. No pointing fingers, no accusations, because if you don't, those quick strikes we just saw, they become long-lasting.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Chris Carson taking it in from 7 yards away. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Myers connects on the PAT, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with them trailing, there is still enough time to try to string a few plays together, maybe get into field goal range.
On the screen, Bernard. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. That catch good for only a couple.
2nd and 8 coming up.
On play action, it's Brady. Sliding out of the pocket. Looking downfield for Godwin.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Picked off by DJ Reed.
And the Seahawks are going to have it here at their own 32-yard line. Well, Charles, so close to halftime there. You throw the interception. Not only that, you do give it to them in plus territory as well.
Yeah, they were pushing real hard to try and get something more on the board on their side of the ledger right before the half. Looking at it with 20/20 hindsight, though, might have been better to hand it off a few times, hoping to get something to break instead of putting the ball in the air and, of course, putting the ball in jeopardy.
After the interception, here's Wilson. Steps away to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. Now the Seahawks forced to use their third and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. Myers' kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And a nice return sets them up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession.
And with 7 seconds remaining, not much time to really do anything. A quick throw caught by Godwin.
Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. The final shot before half for Brady.
That's complete to his running back, Evans.
So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Second half straight ahead from Raymond James Stadium. Both teams finishing up their halftime adjustments. So for the call, let's get back over to Tampa and rejoin Brandon and Charles.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. The Seahawks with the advantage, and they get the football first as the second half is underway.
And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble to bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
And Charles, they've got the lead. Put your coaching hat on here now. What's the game plan for the second half?
I think getting the running game going a little bit more, because I thought in the first half they didn't get it moving the way that they would like. They had success throwing it, but I think these first couple of drives, they'll want to get those running backs going and give them more opportunities, and I will guarantee you that those guys were lobbying for them in the locker room at halftime.
Carson the first down and more. And he's got it across the 50 to the 47-yard line. They get 17 on that one. Move the chains. First down, Seahawks.
First down, Seahawks.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. Second down.
Well, that's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
Out to his left. Now he'll let it go deep down the left sideline. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
Out of the gun, here's Wilson. Being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it. Wilson and the offense not coming off the field. They're going for it on fourth. Play clock down at 3, and we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. They'll try and throw for it with Wilson. Open man is Eskridge. That's complete. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one moves the chains.
And that's a big pickup of a first down. And you know that all week, both sides of the ball, offense and defense, are going through every situation. And in this case, the offensive guys had the right play dialed up because defensively, you work on 4th down situations as well.
And deflating for the defense. They can't get the stop here. Throwing again here, Wilson. Forced out to his left. Left side complete to Lockett. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now second down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And a nice run. They're going to take this close to the first down marker at the Bucs 22. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And he'll have the first down, getting this one to the 14-yard line. Just his second catch of the game so far. This one